Christian.
And today we are your hosts for
Texture and Curl.
Texture and Curl. Today we're talking about a topic that not many people talk about that often. We just like kind of do it, right?
Right.
And so as Black women, we often change our hair.
So much.
And I know for me personally, as someone who is single and dating, one of my concerns often is, okay, I look this way today, but I'm gonna be about to look like a natural sister, you know, in 2 weeks.
I know.
So just having the liberty to change your hair, like, do you think there are, implications when it comes to like someone else making a decision about what your hair should look like? And how do you navigate this space where you're somebody changing your hair often?
I know. I think even just letting somebody kind of weigh in on how they prefer to see your hair, because like she said, our hair is ever changing. So it really is like, oh, well, I like your hair when it's like in a stretch, straight style, or I like it when it's like naturally curly, or I like it in a protective style. Like, how do you all, or how do we even navigate having a mate or a potential bae who has a preference for how your hair looks? I mean, when I first started dating my husband, I was bald, y'all. Like, super duper bald, had a fade with a little part. It was crazy. And I know, I remember, I reflect back and I knew, kind of just like knew in my heart, I was like, he prefers long straight hair. Because I wouldn't stalk his past girlfriends. I was like, oh, they all got long straight hair. Let me grow mine out. I was like, let me get so in. So it's like that little subtle like pressure. I definitely felt it. And even though I loved my natural hair, I still, because I was dating, and obviously when you're dating, you want to impress that person. I was just like, well, let me just, put a little bit of a sewing in or a wig in, because I just want to make sure that, he likes how my hair looks. And I think because I was so young, that pressure was more than it would have been if he was dating me now. Because you date Christian now don't care. Like, but that's because I've grown into the woman that I am, and I'm just a bit more confident in my outer appearance. Because obviously, as women, we go through so many stages in life, and I think we're always just being so heavy on ourselves when it comes to our outward appearance. And hair for Black women is a thing. It is a huge thing.
Yeah, and I personally grew up in a household where my dad had very strong preferences about hair, like to the point that I didn't get a perm until I was in the 8th grade because he wouldn't allow it.
Oh, wow.
And then, I ended up going natural by the time I was a junior in college.
That's so cool though.
Yeah, it was cool, but I wish like my mom would have pushed back or listened to my dad a little bit more, so that we never got the perm, because it was
wasted that time.
My mom was just like, whatever you guys want, your friends are doing it, but we were like the last of the clique or the crew to get a perm. And looking back now, like, I realized I used to think it was like my dad and his social norms about women and Blackness and all this stuff. But as I had boyfriends, I noticed that they cared too. Like, a lot of them were like, "You're beautiful, natural," and it's like, boy, I'm about to sew this weave down.
I know.
We go, and sometimes for me, like the reasons why I change my hair up or wear protective styles like now is because I'm prioritizing my health and fitness. So it's like, it's really hard for me to maintain my natural hair while I'm sweating.
That's a huge thing.
If I'm not, that's why I'm like getting braids and stuff. So, if you think about the reasons that you change your hairstyle, sometimes it's not just about how we look.
I agree.
And they don't have to be okay with it.
I totally agree. I just think back to, I think one of the reasons I got kind of uncomfortable with having just my natural hair, especially because my hair was so short, is that it really forced me to fall in love with how I actually looked.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have like nothing, there's no hiding any of your features, because I had so little hair. It forced me to not care about the fact that my forehead was nothing. People used to say I had 5 head,
I'm all the way back.
I was like, I have dreams. What people would say, you have dreams instead of like, you have movies instead of dreams. Like, I've had those jokes. So it really forced me to fall in love with how Christian looked. There was no hiding. When I woke up in the morning, it was, what is the India Ari song? Like, it was legit.
Not my hair.
Yes, that was how I was living. And that just forced me to evolve, because once I cut my hair up, I did it kind of on a whim. And there was obviously no going back. So it just forced me into this like phase of evolution where I had to become comfortable with how I looked. And in the same token, dating and learning how to be comfortable with how you look, that was just it was just a lot. It was a lot to handle. And like I said, sometimes I felt comfortable and I was like, you know what, this fade is everything. I love it. And I may not care as much if you don't, but then other times I would be feeling a little bit less confident because I was like, you know what, well, you know, maybe I should maybe change the way I look just a bit because I'm not feeling as confident. So I think natural hair in general, I think that's the reason why a lot of people would say like the natural hair journey has like forced people to, it grows you. I think it does grow you. Because for me, I got a perm when I was like 6 years old. I think I was like 6 or 7.
That's a lot of people's story.
I did not know what my natural hair looked like at all. And it was the thing, I was like, well, I just want to see what it looks like. Because I never knew what my natural hair looked like. So when I went natural, it really was a journey of me knowing what Christian actually, like how I actually looked. Like, and getting comfortable with waking up with no makeup and no hair. And at that time, I barely had eyebrows. So it was real rough. It was real rough out here in these streets. But it did help me to develop more confidence. And then I think even for my relationship, if I think about my relationship with my husband, now natural hair is his preference. And he loves natural hair. And I mean, obviously we have an entire agency where we do, marketing strategy for natural hair businesses and brands. So it has become our lifestyle. But when we first started out 10 years ago, I was the only girl he had ever dated with natural hair. So it was totally new for him, and it was kind of new for me too because I had just chopped my hair off. So yeah, dating with natural hair, I think that there's so many rules that kind of come into play. One thing that I learned the hard way is, if you're getting ready to go natural and you're already dating somebody, consult with them possibly if you value their opinion. I learned the hard way about that because I just chopped my hair off without actually consulting and talking to my then fiance, who's my husband now. I just did it on my own because I was like, it's just my hair. I can just do that. But you have to think and kind of see, like, how are they going to feel, about this change that you're making. It could be like if they were, chopping off their beard and he was bearded babe. You might not want him to not be bearded babe. So, just kind of put yourself in that space. Facts. I mean, yeah. You don't want him to come home bald faced and you thought he was going to be bearded babe. And it's not.
Yeah, I think with the dating space, it's so interesting because it does matter. But like what you said is, at the end of the day, you want to be comfortable and confident with yourself. And I think for me, like my story is kind of similar to yours, that even though I had a perm like in 8th grade, my mom always kept our hair braided. So I never knew what my pattern was. And I remember the thing that made me want to transition was like, as my perm was growing out, I would be like, I feel a little curl back here. Like,
and it looked kind of cute.
Gonna look like. Yeah. So I finally transitioned. But when I fully transitioned, because like I've always envisioned myself having like this big, like super cute fro, but my hair shrinks so much, so I would feel like, oh my God, I'm not sexy, or I feel like I look like a child because I just look different when my hair is stretched versus when it's like shrunk. And so I've had to grow into that myself to feel comfortable and confident in my natural hair. But these days, when I'm going on dates and meeting new people, they're going to get what they get.
And it might look different the next day.
It may look different the next day. And until we're serious, then I'll start asking you about what you care about. But my Bumble profile definitely has like all the variations of Candace. Okay?
Like, this is fun blonde Candace.
This
is braided Candace.
We got, you going to see what I look like. And if you roll and swipe, you'll see that I transition. I'm not gonna cut it off. I pray that never is.
I would never do it again. I've done it probably 6 or 7 times at this point, and I would never do it again. I would never just cut my hair off cold turkey again because it's the last time I did it, I experienced so much regret. And the grow out phase, I was just like, oh,
her hair is flourishing now.
Yeah, it's flourishing now 3 years later. It was a long time coming. People who follow my Instagram, y'all know, y'all saw the struggle.